Hi, welcome to JK News. So, Nikki, oh shoot, I just hit the wrong button. We're fine. Hit
In mansplaining news, submitted by East LA All Day.
East LA, my hood.
A 3-day conference for women led by men hopes to make women great again.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
By men.
Yeah.
To help ladies be a lady.
Finally understand how the world works.
Be great again. What does that mean, be great again?
Well, you guys used to be really good.
Well, like back in the feminist movement, or back before then, whenever.
You know what he's talking
So
about.
they're actually anti-feminists.
What?
Go on.
Okay, so this is happening in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, okay.
It's a convention where women buy tickets to get mansplained by dudes who want to help them become great again.
Is that specifically the pitch? They want to be mansplained? Like, hey, come here so you can get mansplained.
Come be mansplained,
too.
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And it's basically like.
Is this a joke?
I think that there's an element of trolling happening.
Yeah, an
That is my own.
element of passive aggressive.
What actually?
Okay, for example, here's a direct quote. No longer will you have to give in to toxic bullying, the toxic bullying feminist dogma, and go against your biological nature, right?
Isn't that some inherently bitch-made shit?
Oh, it can be. It certainly can be. Well, those are the guys who watch the...
The guys are like trying so hard to prove what a man they are, but in doing so, they end up acting like a little bitch.
Yeah.
You know what?
And yelling at women.
Do you know why this started?
Listen to me!
Do you know why this convention started though?
Why?
What's it called?
The Make Women Great Again conference?
No, it's the 21 convention.
21 convention?
Sorry,
22 convention. Yes.
Because the 21 convention is a convention for men to learn how to be men.
Oh!
Oh, so they're just like
It's a response.
kind of
It's a troll response.
I get it. They're
Well,
trolling.
what's the difference of, what's 22 convention? The name of it?
Yes.
The name of this
22 is for
convention.
Girls.
Oh.
21 is for men.
I think that's really fucking important, actually, is the manuscript of becoming a man, or just
What
a
is a
good
man?
human being.
What is a man?
There is no definition.
So the other one is taught by women to men?
Yes.
Oh.
Taught by men to men.
And
Oh,
so the
men
other,
to men.
and then this one is men to
Men
women?
to women.
So there's
That'd
no
be
women
interesting.
teachers.
I would
No.
want to see a seminar of a woman teaching a man how to be a man.
That would be very interesting.
That
Because
would
a
be-
women's image of what a man is completely different sometimes from what a man's image of what a man is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's exactly their whole point with the 22 convention is, don't you want to hear from us as men what we want in a woman? Come and join this
Big
convention.
titties, nice legs.
Yes.
Face.
Yep. Nice flat waist.
I think that it would be only
Tight
trolling
pussy.
if it was like
Tight pussy.
women teaching men how to be men and the other one.
That would make sense.
Right? That would be
That's what it
like,
was.
because the other one's taught by men too. So are they trolling against those men? Like, I don't
think so.
Okay, because I mean, if I was a guy at the other one, I would want to know what's gonna get me laid. So I'd want a woman to teach me like what they want in a man.
Now look,
What exactly is mansplaining too? What is that?
It's like when I tell Gio why, as a woman, she's angry or some shit.
Yeah, like you're telling females about female problems.
Yeah.
You know, the reason why you're angry is because you're on your period.
And then guys have no idea because they don't go through it.
Yeah, you have no idea what the hormones are like.
But we're still trying to put what the guy is thinking into.
Yeah.
Explain what
Here's
you're
your
going
problem.
through. Yeah.
Or it's not even just that, but it even goes into like a woman like astronaut is being explained about science by some guy that knows nothing about science. Or a guy is explaining to this woman astronaut about.
Why the fuck is that
Like,
fool even
just
talking to her?
Isn't
Like,
that just an idiot? Why is that mansplaining? That's just an idiot.
Trying
Or
to
it
get
could,
laid by a
it could
female
also be another male astronaut explaining science to another female astronaut for no reason, like as if she doesn't know. Just because she's.
I think that
Yeah.
like he just automatically assumes just because she's a woman she doesn't know, even though they have the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Steve, what's the red pill stuff?
The red pill is a group of incels
I heard of that. Yeah, I went out there.
who think that women, there's a way that you could talk to women and it will make them more sexually attracted to you.
Don't they also think that all women are gold diggers?
Yes, they think women are gold digging
Yeah.
whores.
They're not that anymore?
What is it? Not well. No, there's a lot of those for sure.
So they actually
They don't update me
have-
on the status of how women are.
The guy who created this convention thing,
Fuck.
he also has I forgot what it's called, but I think it's like the Red Man Group or something, which is like stemming from the red pill.
Oh, I thought it was the offshoot of Blue Man.
Man.
Yeah, I thought it was guys that painted themselves red and they started playing with fucking bucket drums and shit.
They're not that smart. They should have come up with that.
So the 21 convention, from what I've read, seems to be more catered to like the incel community kind of thing.
Yes.
So these same guys are the ones doing the 22 convention.
So it's incels teaching women what they're supposed to be? Incels teaching women?
Open-minded women are buying the tickets.
Shut up. Fuck off.
So in their minds, in their perspective, from what I've
In the mindset of an incel?
or the guys, the organizers.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that they view this as this is a perfect opportunity to teach women what we want, right? Like what I said before. And so in their heads, they want like a 1950s type of woman. Where it's like very like we stay in the kitchen, submissive. Yeah, we pump out babies.
Yeah, I'm getting mixed signals from this, and this is what I've had a problem. And I've tried to ask Steve to try to understand like this community of people because they don't want their women to be gold diggers. So then, wouldn't you want a woman with a job and a career that makes her own money? But no, they want a woman to stay at home in the kitchen. But then she'd have to use your money. So then that makes her a gold digger. What the fuck do you want? Do you want a woman that makes money or wants your money?
You can't.
You don't want a woman that gets mad like that.
I'm trying to understand you.
Well, I think the gold digger part though.
Maybe I need to take it to this
You're
convention.
questioning me, and I don't like it.
They'll be that's funny. They'll be
A woman should be seen and not heard.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what they want.
I think maybe for them, their thought process is, well, I'm controlling the money. I get to see where the money's going. I'm not giving you, like, I'll give you the allowance, and I have all the control.
If you suck my dick, I'll give you some money, maybe.
Okay, so what's the benefit for the girl?
that she gets to be with him.
But she doesn't get to pick the things that gets bought?
No, yeah, it's that she gets to be.
She gets to cook?
Yeah.
Oh, she gets to cook and suck his dick.
And have babies for
I
him.
think you're getting it finally.
Wow. Yeah, it's clear to me now. Okay, got it.
And then the whole gold digger thing, I think they view that as like, oh, they don't want me to be like they don't want to be with me because I'm such a king. They want to be with me only because of this money pile that I have.
Yeah.
So they view themselves like they're gods.
How fucked up so this phenomenon that's coming out, I think it's like from the high divorce rates from our parents' generation going on to like recent, like, so we have shitty images of the family structure and just how couples are because we don't have good role models, right?
Talk about that in there.
Right, so like, if you think about this whole thing, right, we grow up with kind of a fucked up image of what the other gender is supposed to be or how we're supposed to be as men or whatever. There's no real rule out there or what the structure is. So now you have females growing up with maybe a fucked up view of men because their personal experience with the broken home and whatever, and vice versa, the same thing with men. Maybe, you know, in most cases, if you come from a broken home, you're fatherless, right? So you don't know how to be what a man is. You just kind of picture.
That convention.
I don't know, but back in the day, there was a lot of women that stayed in abusive relationships because they couldn't make money outside of the relationship.
But that's not the norm. Abusive relationships, you know, like that is the extreme. Like the norm was a regular family staying together, and it's not people fucking like.
They used to get married at 18, like little kids.
Yeah,
kids getting married.
But that's not the norm. You know, like people didn't grow up with the parents fucking beating each other up all day long. Like this is this image that we have of how it used to be, like controlling and fucked up and all that stuff.
I'm just saying the women didn't really have a lot of options. Like they had to stay in the relationship because they couldn't go to college and get a job or any of that. Like way back in like the.
Right,
I think they could have.
Okay, going back to role models, right? So like if you had a model human being, like and let's say like the mom did the traditional thing of like raising the kids right, making a good home, and then you had the traditional father who brought home the bread or whatever, and he was responsible and he taught the kids discipline or whatever, right? These roles were clearly defined. Now, let's say the majority is a broken home. Let's say that, you know, there's an absent father or whatever, right? Like if that's the norm, right? That's a fucked up role model.
True.
So we don't have a good upbringing because we don't have a way of how do you become an adult? How do you live in a loving relationship? And I guess that's the point that I'm trying to say is that if that's the majority, maybe back then was better because at least there was a manuscript of what you're supposed to do.
You're just talking about child rearing, though. Like a lot of people are gonna take what you're saying, conflate it into you saying that it was better back in the 50s and shit. But I know exactly what you're saying.
Right.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Sure.
So I grew up in a married household. Like my parents are still married. My dad would constantly, like, since he paid for everything, my mom worked too, but I'm saying, like, to me, my dad's relationship to me was, I pay for everything so you can't question me. So sometimes we get into arguments where he was very wrong, like he'd accuse me of like losing something and then.
But that's an unhealthy relationship.
Right. But so my motivation as a child was like, I'm gonna make my own money as soon as I get out of here.
Yeah.
But if that wasn't an option for me, if my only option for life was I'm gonna be a housewife to some other guy who's gonna control everything, I think I'd be depressed as fuck.
And I'm not against that.
Yeah.
And I don't know who is really. I don't know if that's the case here, but
that's a marriage.
Right, but my argument is just having good role models and good human beings, which we don't have. So that's why this kind of shit pops out, is because there is no way to be an adult. Like, how do we fucking do this shit? I don't give a fuck if the woman's the bread winner or the guy is. It's just, we need to have fucking human beings that are in a loving relationship, whether you're gay or straight or whatever, fucking earning.
Yeah, doesn't matter if the guy's cooking or the girl's cooking or who's making money, but you just need role models. You see teamwork. You see them achieve.
See teamwork. Okay, yeah.
Fight through struggles, and people and little kids can see. Okay, cool. Two people working together, regardless of which gender does what, achieving a bigger goal.
I think that's what we can all agree to. That is just the fact that what they're doing is no. Only women can do this. Only men can do this.
I probably didn't explain this right, but here's what I'm saying. Why they're reverting back to the good old days is because the good old days had a manuscript.
Distinct rules.
They had that. It's even better than what we have now, which is uncertainty and we don't know where to go.
Well, there's a lot of loosey-goosey shit too that I'm not even saying these guys are talking about, where it's like, I'm gonna raise I've seen this with some of my friends. It's like, I'm gonna raise my son to play with Barbies. I'm gonna raise my daughter to play with fucking G.I. Joes and shit.
Purposely be counterculture.
But it's like, dude, it's just let them like whatever they play with. Like this whole idea of like, I'm gonna force this on them is fucking weird shit. It's like you injecting political views into the way you raise your kids. And it's bizarre.
It's just as like bad as the other way around.
Yeah,
like saying you can only play with Barbies, you can only play with.
And it's just as bad as like, I walked in on my son and he was painting his nails this morning and he's 3. Holy shit! And going over through the.
That's a fucking genius at 3.
It's pretty good.
It's hard to paint nails.
That's dexterity right there.
But you know what I'm saying? Like where a man would previously freak the fuck out about that and go off the handle for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I walked in and my son was wearing a dress that his sister had. Holy shit, what is happening? How did we fuck this up? You know, like that. It's the same exact idea. It's just on the other side.
Yeah. So speakers include founder Anthony Dream Johnson, who bills himself as the first president of the Manosphere.
That's a pretty good nickname.
What the fuck is a manosphere?
Alexander J.A. Cortez, a fitness guru who famously enraged the internet by tweeting out a list detailing how to be a beautiful woman by wearing more pink, shaving, and being thin.
Yeah, that's what these guys believe.
Suck my fucking pink dick. What Joe's good intentions were. Yeah.
That's why this whole thing is pretty.
It's fucking dumb.
I mean, dude,
but
Stefan Molyneux's one, and then this writer named Mike Cernovich, who has a lisp, and he argues that there's no such thing as rape. But I think it was a joke. I think it was a joke.
That's how
but I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Wow. Yeah, even the MMA guy, John Finch.
Finch, yeah. He's a pretty high level contender, welterweight in UFC. What did he do?
He's like heavily. He's like the front man of this thing.
What?
Yeah.
See, I think dumb people fall for like.
Yeah, I mean, they're all trying to make sense of this whole cultural phenomenon that we're going through right now, which is redefining gender. And what does that mean?
Just the final question. How many tickets have they sold?
I don't know.
They don't know.
Can we make money from this?
Right? But it's 2 G's for a ticket.
No, but right now it's half off.
So it's 1,000? That's still a fuck ton of money.
Hell yeah, for some bullshit.
And honestly, they're loving this because they're getting nothing but publicity.
And that's what trolling is all about at the end of the day. That's why, I mean, come on. Nobody'd even be talking about this if it wasn't for their...
I think it's funny, though.
So do you think they're trolling? You don't think this is serious?
I hope to God.
I think some people take it seriously.
I do.
The people paying $1,000 a ticket.
I think the organizers take it serious.
The women would be the people paying for the tickets.
Yeah, but there's some women in comments that are like, that's how it should be. You know, the women should stay at home, and like we should be staying at home, and like that's what we're supposed to.
I also don't think that's wrong either.
No, I don't think exactly. I think that everyone should do what they want.
Different than want.
Right.
Should be
exactly.
Right, that is different. That's a whole different.
I think everyone should choose exactly what they want to do.